Anybody have a calendar around here? Isn't it a little early to be calling the winners in the 2016 election? What kind of happened here on Fox Business this morning? Donald Trump on Varney and Company did just that.
I'm starting to imagine it, but I don't even like to think about it. I just like to get things done. And, I think that assuming Hillary gets it, she's had a terrible record as Secretary of State. I think we'll win that.
We'll win that, but it might be hard to get the GOP to win that for Trump. Listen to what candidate Senator Lindsey Graham had to say this morning on Maria Bartiromo's show.
I just want to tell Republicans, I'm going to support our nominee, but if you send Donald Trump into the ring against Hillary Clinton, she'll mop him up.
Mark him up. Here to tell us what all of this means for November 2016, Mathew Littman. He's a Democratic strategist and former speechwriter to then-Senator Joe Biden, along with Evan Siegfried, a Republican strategist and the president of SOM Consulting. Evan, since we begin with Republicans, we're going to ask you, is Trump a legend in his own mind? Isn't it a little early to be showing that kind of bravado?
He's the greatest candidate of all time in his own mind. And I think he has a hat that even says it. But Trump really needs to take a look at history. President Howard Dean, who was leading at this point in 2004, President Hillary Clinton in 2008, she was up by 28 points and collapsed and lost to a guy named Barack Obama.
Giuliani, with whom you worked as well.
I did work with Mayor Giuliani, and we were ahead at this point in the time.
So what were you thinking? Were you even allowing yourself to go there?
At that point, I was just trying to think of how I can continue going without sleep on 20-hour days. Yeah. So, but Donald Trump is just trying to play this inevitability card, which is a complete fallacy, especially when he doesn't have a ground game in Iowa, and that's going to be key.
Evan, Trump has an ego on steroids. We've established that. So if he thinks he'll win, I'm not surprised by that. But let's talk about the entrance of your former boss. You were the speechwriter for Senator Joe Biden. I need to play what Trump said in response to Stewart's question about whether Joe Biden enters the race and changes the whole game. Listen.
You would beat Joe Biden easily?
Well, I think I would. Yeah, I think I would. I mean, I don't know that he's going to do it. I would think he wouldn't do it. Now, I might be wrong about that. I would think he wouldn't do it because I think it's a very hard road for him at this point. It's late, and I think it's a hard road.
Matthew, you worked with Joe Biden. Is he coming in? What do you think?
Well, two things. First, let me just say, going back to that Trump thing, the difference between Trump and people like Giuliani is Trump is winning in Iowa and New Hampshire right now. That's number one. As for Biden, I do get the impression that he's running. I don't know for a fact, but the emails that I see from people, and they're not from Biden directly, Liz, but the emails that I see are more about whens, not ifs. So it's always up to Biden and not those people who want to work for him.
Well, when people say he missed his moment, did he miss his moment? I don't think it's, I mean, we have more than a year.
So I think it's late to get in, too. Liz, I totally agree it's late to get in. I think he should have gotten in earlier. I absolutely believe that that's true. But just to keep in mind, when he ran for Senate way back 1972, he was 29 years old, ran against a Republican incumbent, had no money, no ability to advertise, and he ended up winning. And I have a feeling that that's in Biden's mind now.
Evan, what do you think happens if Joe Biden jumps in here?
Well, I think that it's going to play out remarkably well. You're going to see a contrast where the public's perception of Hillary Clinton is that she's dishonest and just not genuine, whereas Joe Biden, while he can be gaffe-prone, he's completely genuine, and he comes across as your everyday, sort of the Onion caricature, which people actually like and respond to.
There could be a pivotal moment here this week because she has to testify regarding the Benghazi disaster in Libya where 4 people died. Her daughter was out swinging and punching on CBS this morning, not necessarily, but I mean, she was defending her mom. Listen to what Chelsea Clinton said, and then we can talk a bit about that. Oh, I'm sorry. Basically, she said that her mom's testimony would be, quote, remarkable. How do you think, Matthew, Hillary Clinton will handle the Thursday testimony?
Oh, I think this is a home run for Hillary. Between the debate last week and the Benghazi hearing and what's been going on with the Benghazi committee, I think this is why you were asking me if it's late for Biden to come in. These couple of weeks for Hillary are just going to be tremendous. She has taken a significant, even a more significant lead in the polls. I think that's just going to go up over the next couple of weeks because of the debate and the Benghazi hearing.
Evan, anything Donald Trump says stumbles, makes him stumble? It doesn't appear so.
He will never stumble in his own mind, let's be honest.
In his own mind. Well, maybe that's half the battle. If you believe it, I believe it. Thank you very much. Great to have both of you.